Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim bam, bim bam, bim bam, bim bim bam, bim bim bam. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Shabbat in the semicircle. We're not quite in the round. Our chairs are in the round, but the people aren't quite in the round, but that's okay. We haven't had Shabbat in the round in a while here at Temple Shalom, but we're excited to be doing that this evening. We're going to turn in our Siddur to page 128. And on 128, near the top of the page, we say what a beautiful day it is, this Shabbat feast. Ma yafeh hayom Shabbat Shalom. 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 Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. If you will turn back to page 120, 120, the number of people on the Sanhedrin in ancient Israel, we attach it to something Jewish, but it's also where we find our blessings for lighting our candles. Judy, can I invite the birthday girl to come up and light our candles? Tomorrow. Judy turns 21 tomorrow. Yeah. And since we have you standing up and your birthday's tomorrow, if you'll all join with me, Yom Huledet we'll get into our service and welcome in Shabbat with our Kabbalat Shabbat, beginning on page 130 with Lechuna Ranana. Let us sing joyfully to God. Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Ladonai. Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Yitzun Yishenu, Nikadma Bana Bitoga. Naria, Naria, Yitzun Yishenu, Yismira Elialo. Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Ladonai. Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Lechuna Ranina, Ladonai. Psalm 96, on page 131, all the earth will sing to God a new song. Shira Adonai, Kol haaretz. Shira Adonai, Shir Chadash. Shiru All right, so since we're kind of divided here a little bit, we'll see if we can pull. We're going to see if we, when it was written, this little piece of music for this song, it was written to be a round. So we'll start off this way. Everybody up front, this side, we'll do it in 3 parts, okay? We're going to do, this is one section here, your section 1, your section 2, and everybody over here, you guys are section 3, so please master the section 3 part really well. So, section 2, your section 1, you're going to start with the Shiru Adonai. Section 2, you're going to start with Shiru Adonai. Okay, we got it. I'll try to sing both parts if I can. So, ready? Here we go. You guys are going to start off with, ready? Here we go. Go. Shiru Adonai. Now we're going to switch. Ready? Get this. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and you'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Now you get to pick which one you want to sing, so pick one of them. We taped that. We're recruiting for the High Holiday Choir. Out of who we heard that sounded good there. Psalm 97. Light is sown for those who are righteous, and for pure, good-hearted, you will have happiness. So if we are righteous and good-hearted people, we will bring happiness into the world. The last 4 lines of the page on page 132. Or Zalurah. Israel We'll turn to page 135. We'll read together in the English at the bottom of the page, and then we'll sing the last 3 lines in Hebrew. If you'll read together with me. Adonai enthroned on cherubim is sovereign. Peoples tremble, the earth quakes. Adonai is great in Zion and exalted above all peoples. They praise your name as great and awesome. God is holy, mighty ruler who loves justice. It was you who established equity, you who worked righteous judgment in Jacob. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down to God's footstool. God is holy. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down towards God's holy hill, for Adonai our God is holy. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hisakavu ve'har kosho. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hisakavu ve'har kosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romenu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romenu. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hisakavu ve'har kosho. Romenu Adonai Eloheinu ve'hisakavu ve'har kosho. On page 138 and 139, we will welcome in the Kabbalat Shabbat, welcome in the bride with the words of Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, Kakala, Yalala, 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 Shabbat, Kabbalah. Lecha Dodi, Kakala, Yalala, 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 Shabbat, Kabbalah. Shamor v'zachor v'vorachai, Ki anu el hamduchai. Adonai echad, Shemo echad, V'shem u'erev ve'lekilah. Lecha dodi kakala yalala 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 Shabbat Kabbalah. Lecha dodi kakala yalala 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 Shabbat Kabbalah. Mikrat Shabbat v'chur yachad, Yimekor ha'abraka, Erosh mikedem nesukah, Sof ma'aseh v'ma'aseh batilah. Lecha dodi kakala yalala 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 Shabbat Kabbalah. Lecha dodi kakala yalala 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 Shabbat Kabbalah. Verse number 5. Oredi, oredi, kipa oredi, uri, shir daveni, kivod Adonai, alayhi milah. Lecha dodi kakala yalala 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 Shabbat Kabbalah. Lecha dodi kakala yalala 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 Shabbat Kabbalah. We come to verse number 9. As we rise, we face the door to welcome in the image of the Shabbat bride. Boi b'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzola, tov emuneh am segula. those same words, the Chadoti of the chorus, goes a little bit something like this. Lechadoti, Likrat Chala, Ene Shabbat, Ilekavela. Give that a try. Lechadoti, Likrat Chala, Since we're standing, turn to those in front of you, beside you, next to you, wherever you may be, and greet everyone with Shabbat Shalom. Let's see, ready? All right, for those of you who are going to join in, ready? Lechadoti, Likrat Chala, Ene Shabbat, Ilekavela, Yalai la 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 la, 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 again, right? And that a joyful way to welcome in the Shabbat bride. We'll continue singing joyfully with Psalm 92. It's on page 140. Page 144. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba Yamad yivrach yirutev yamlich malchute Chayechon uvyomechon Chayedecho beit Yisrael Ba'agala Ba'agala Uvizman ka'arivim eru Amen Yehi shmei rabba mevorach Le'alamu ame amaya Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'tar v'drama v'naseh v'tadar v'taleh v'talal shemei d'kudusha v'rihu le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiron be'alma v'meru Amen. We rise. Page 146. We join together in Baruch Hu, inviting ourselves to join together in prayer. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 Adonai, I'll be seated. We'll give thanks for creation. If you'll read together with me in the middle of 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of life that lies within us. Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or both? El chai v'kayam, tamid yinochalim, le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai. Page 150. We give thanks for the gift of Torah. This weekend we finish reading the book of Leviticus, and next week we begin the book of Numbers as we make our journey through the words of Torah. Today's portion, tomorrow morning's portion, begins with the words that say, "And God spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai." At the point in our journey, we're still waiting there at the foot of Mount Sinai, waiting for Moses to bring down the laws so that we can learn them one at a time. We're in the period of time right now of counting the Omer, which we'll do after our Amidah, counting the period between our freedom at Pesach and the revelation of Torah at Shavuot. And in between, these words take on a little bit extra meaning because we're in that waiting period of time for Torah. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha, Amcha, Torah u'mitzvot, u'pi u'mishpati, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochenu kumenu nasiach b'chutecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem nehege yomam v'layla nehege yomam v'layla ve'ahavatcha al tasir minenu le'olamim baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 152 and 153. We join together in Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha uvlechtecha b'derech uvshochbecha uvkumecha uvshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha uchtabtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha Leman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher Etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, V'yot lachem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Let's read together in English on page 155. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work. Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They're reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. On page 158, sing our freedom song from that time when God brought us out of Egypt. Lai, 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 ya, la, lai, 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 lai. Amok haba elim Adonai, amok ha'nega v'koshet, orati lo ostei kere, orati lo ostei kere. Malakutecha ra'u v'necha, okei elam v'chimo shel Miriam, ze'eli ani ve'amru, ze'eli ani ve'amru, Adonai le'olam va'ed, Adonai lo le'olam va'ed. Lai, 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 ya, lai, 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 ya, lai, 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 ya, lai, 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 lai. On page 160, we ask God to lie us down in peace and to cause us to rise up again tomorrow to life, to guard our coming and our going, now and for always, to spread a shelter of peace over us. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu v'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu v'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomeinu l'chaim. Those three indented lines near the bottom. Ushmor tzeitzenu, uvoinu, l'chaim u'shalom, me'tamei Adonai. Lai, 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 lai. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu v'shalom v'ha'amidim shomreinu l'chaim. Yai la lai 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 la lai, yai la lai 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 la lai, yai la lai 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 lai, lai lai la lai, lai la lai 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 la lai, lai la lai 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 la lai, lai la lai lai lai, lai la lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Hapuhei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim Shabbat serves for us as a reminder of creation. We find the words from the book of Exodus on page 162. In 6 days, God created the heavens and the earth. And on the seventh day, God rested as we do. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'Torah b'Reuven b'nei Yisrael השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת שבת וינפש שבת שבת וינפש שבת שבת As we turn to page 164, we all rise. As we'll join in the Zimun in the first few paragraphs of the Amidah. Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'Ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magin Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatah, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rav, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Menid, Umechayet, Umatmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom, Yehalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We continue silently. When you're finished with your silent prayers, please be seated. Page 178. Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. B'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Ra al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim If you turn in your Siddur back to page, let's see, where are we? 600, 570. We take a moment to count the Omer. We are making our way quickly toward the holiday of Shavuot. הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת העומר. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו רצונותיו וציוונו על ספירת העומר. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. היום 37 יום שהם 5 שבועות ושני ימים לעומר. Today is 37 days of the Omer, which is 5 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. May the counting of the Omer bring us blessing as we make our way toward the revelation of Torah. We turn to page 371. As we do, we think of those who are in need of healing. We ask God to bring refuah shlema, complete healing, to Brian Zabel, Gnendel bat Sima, Azi Rahmani, Abraham ben Meir, Tova bat Rasha, Howard Messerman, Eleanor Siegelman, Robert Ozick, Fran Hart, Aharon ben Abraham Basara, Sheila Bikol, Rachel bat Are Bechana, Larry Ritterband, Joanne Superstein, Sarah Tischler, Gladys Korn, Kayla Vreek, Lila Vreek, Stanley Sachs, Carolyn East, Betty Schwarzkopf, Karen Thursby, Alan Turlupis, Laurel Phoenix, and Kelly Fuentes. If we have other names that anybody wants to include, we'll make our way around the circle and we'll just kind of go around here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make our way around. Anybody need us for healing? For all those we've named and for all those that we named. We ask God to bring them refuah shlema min hashamayim, complete healing from the heavens. May it come as quickly, bimhira v'yamin, quickly in our time. In the middle of page 371. Yisheberach avoteinu mikol habracha leimoteinu those in need of healing with refuah shlema. Renewal of body, renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. This week, as I mentioned, we read from Parashat Behar Bechukotai. It's a double portion this week. And in this double portion, Moses is up on Mount Sinai getting some information from God for all of us. And we're at the point where we're getting to some larger customs. We've been learning about personal customs, and we're getting to larger community customs. This is where we learn about the concept of Shemitah and Yovel. Raise your hand if you are a connoisseur of Shemitah and Yovel. Raise your hand if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Okay, good. We're going to learn a little bit. Shemitah. Every 7 years, we let the land lay fallow on our farms. We plant nothing. It says because we're going to let the land lay fallow, God will give us an extra large harvest in the 6th year so that we'll have plenty in the 7th year. And then if you think about it, also in the 8th year, because you're not planting anything in the 7th year to have food to begin the 8th year either. Then after 7 periods of Shemitah, 7 periods of every 7th year letting the land lay fallow, we come to the Yovel. Yovel means Jubilee. It's actually where the English word Jubilee comes from, because Yovel is also Baal, which is Jubilee, or Jubilee and then Jubilee. In the 50th year, we return to where we came from. What does that mean? That means if we had family land and we loaned it out to people, we sold it off to people to use it to have a farm, at the end of 50 years, it comes back to us. If we owe a debt at the end of the 50 years, we no longer own a debt. If we are enslaved or an indentured servant, we are no longer enslaved or an indentured servant. It leads to an interesting thing, because this year, by the way, this is the year of the Yovel, 22 to 23, at Yom Kippur 2023, the Yovel year, the Jubilee year is over. We don't keep the Jubilee year. We're not supposed to keep it until all 12 tribes come back into the land of Israel. So your guess is as good as mine as to when we get to the next Jubilee year. But in Israel, they do keep the Shemitah year, which was last year, that farms in the land of Israel will lay fallow. If you're outside the biblical borders of Israel, you can plant there, but on those others, no. It leads to an interesting thing, because if you read it directly and take it very, very literally, the best year to buy a house was last year. Because when the Jubilee year comes, all your debts are forgiven. That's right, 1 year of mortgage payments and you are free to own your home. Except the rabbi said that wouldn't be fair to the people who built the home or got the land together. And so they said, actually, you can only charge for the land and for other things just the amount that's there, and then you would have to release the home, etc. Why such an idea of letting the land lay fallow, no planting on the land? And then it says, if something grows on it itself, anybody can go take it. You know, if you dropped a seed and that grew a little plant, you know, you had some extra, I don't know, you were in Nebraska or Iowa and you were getting all of the corn, and some corn kernels fell and some more corn grew the next year. You can eat that. You can't sell it. You can't be involved in commerce with it. But you or anybody else who happens to be going down the street, they can go to your farm and take it. But why leave it there every 7 years with nothing there? Modern science tells us that there are crop rotations and we need to let the earth get its nutrients again. But it also marks a period of time and a period of change. Because as the land gets planted, the land changes as it goes through each one of these different phases. And we in our lives go through similar phases as the earth. As we take our time to go from stage to stage, we also find those moments where we can stop and mark those times. And maybe, you know, it's sort of one of the terms that we've created in modern times for people, not for the land, is the concept of the gap year, right? Sometimes we need a gap year between things that we're doing. Our land needs a gap year, and we might need a gap year. For some of us, that gap year lasts from about, I don't know, maybe like May 20th to about August 15th, because that's when high school ends and college starts, right? And so we might have not a gap year, but a gap few months. Those gaps might come between elementary school and middle school, or junior high, depending on what state we're in, what we call it, and between middle school and high school, and between high school and college, and between college and a career, and between a career and another career, and between that other career and another career. Do I need to keep going for some of you in the room? To the other career, to the other career, to the other career. And we mark these moments by taking a break, just like the land takes a break. And then sometimes we might want to come back to where it all began. They say you can't go home again. You can. I went back to my home. The street's paved differently now, but it's still where I grew up. And there's still some things that are the same, even though they're different. And the idea of the Yovel, of the Jubilee year, is to bring things back to a place where they began. It might not look exactly the same, but to bring things home again so that we have a place to come back and maybe restart, to start those cycles all over again. And tonight, we honor some graduates, 2.5. I'm counting a half because Caden's parents are here. He's not here. But I'm going to ask Harry to come over here, and I'm going to ask Ilana to come over here. Do one of you want to stand up for Caden, or we'll just pretend he's standing here? We'll pretend that Caden came with you guys tonight, and he's standing here too. But among our high school graduates this year at Temple Shalom, when they were in 7th grade, that was my first year at Temple Shalom, and now they're graduating. And Harry next year is going to be going to college at, that's your cue, ready? Harry's going to be going to college at Washington University in St. Louis, where he will be studying computer science and math. And Ilana will be going to where she will be studying. And so we're beginning journeys. This summer gets to be their little moment of Shemitah. You guys get to let the land lay fallow. What are you doing this summer? Probably getting a job. Don't work too hard. What are you doing this summer? Going to summer camp where you won't work too hard. But we want to say to both of you, Mazel Tov. Harry, your graduation takes place on what day? It's an excellent day. When is it? Say May 28th. Just like you knew it, absolutely perfectly. May 28th, Ilana, your graduation takes place on? Tomorrow and next week. That's what happens when you graduate twice. Ilana is also graduating from Pikes Peak State College with her associate's degree in theater all at the same time. A week before high school, which I thought it was supposed to be the other way around, but I'm not sure. But if you will join all together as we're going to sing a little congratulations to them. Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Yehelanu. Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Yehelanu, 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 Ulechol Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Simin Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simin Tov, Yehelanu. Don't they both look so excited to be graduating? You're both supposed to smile because you're excited to be graduating. And then we're also, if you can all join me, I got to find the page back here, but we're going to give them a little blessing all together. You can sing with me for this blessing. You're going to find it on page 649 in the back of your Siddur. 649 at the very top of the page. It's called Tfilat HaDerech, which means a traveler's prayer. and because the two of you are about to begin travels on a new adventure. In both of your cases, actually, if we include Caden in this, all three houses are going to become empty nester homes, huh? That's right. Yeah. So, did you see the smiles on your parents' faces about that? But as we send you off and Caden off, and as well, we have several other graduates in our congregation. We're sending them off on new adventures to colleges in places far away and adventures in places far away. We'll give them a traveler's prayer if you'll sing with me at the top of page 649. May you be blessed as you go on your way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be your blessing. Amen. You can both say amen with me if you want to. Ready? Amen. Or not. Amen. May this be your blessing. Amen. May this be your blessing. Amen. May you be sheltered by the wings of peace. May you be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. And now, if you'll turn to page 586 and rise at the bottom of the page, maybe I can convince Harry and Ilana to lead us in Aleinu. Maybe? Page 586, we'll all rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tetlu l'aliotze breshit, shelo asanu kugoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahen, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehu notei shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'a, u'shchinatu zo, v'gofei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes zulato, kagatu v'torato, yadata hayom v'hashivota elevavecha, ki Adonai hua Elohim, Bashamayim mima'al, ve'al ha'aretz, mitachat ein od, page 590. כי המלכות שלך היא עולמי תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו echad. We can all be seated. In our yard sites this week, we recall the memories of Alvin Israel, Howard Kirstel, Mildred Greenberg, Harry Fox, Catherine Rubin, Caroline Kaiser, Harry Silver, Minnie Bain, Chaim Gordon, Emery Ludden, Minnie Waldbaum, David Slosky, Martha Dedrick, Roz White, Adele Siegel, Gloria Simon, Hannah Silver, Jeanette Silver, Lois Roisman, Paul Sedek, and Phyllis Wiener. We're also in the period of Shloshim for Eric Maher. Are there any other yard sites that anyone is observing this week? Yehu Zichronam L'Racha, may their memories be an eternal blessing. We ask mourners to rise, and those whose custom it is to stand with them. We turn to page 598 in our Siddur. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mavarach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, d'amiram be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shalama Rabbah min shemaya, V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav, huya aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. We can all be seated. There you go. You get to do them.
Oh, okay.
Carolyn will give us
I don't
a
even
few.
have to, I don't even have to go up there. It's great. Oh, yeah. Thank you for all for joining us for this Erev Shabbat, for our service. If you are new or visiting Temple Shalom for the first time, please be sure to introduce yourself and let us welcome you. Thank you, Rabbi Jay, for leading us this evening, and thanks to everyone who participated in the service. In case you missed it, Sunday is Mother's Day, another made-up holiday. Sorry, I'm a mother, but, honestly. All mothers, grandmothers, cousins, sisters, aunts, and anyone who has nurtured us, even fathers, because they do that too, they get their own day. They can't steal ours. Living and remembered are honored here at Temple Shalom. Your temple staff has been amazed and gratified and grateful for the uptick in proactive registrations. We love it when you register. Another thing to help Temple Shalom with security is if you are not security, please don't open the door to let anyone in, or prop it open from the outside to let anyone in. Okay? And don't let anybody come in after they left unless you're security. If you have any questions, please contact the office. Thursday, May 18th, the Secure Community Network is presenting a webinar on life-saving bleeding control skills. The webinar will be available for joining at 2 times, 10 in the morning and 5 in the evening, with separate registration. And see the flyer in the foyer or in the weekly email. The local chapter of Hadassah is presenting Hadassah Magazine discussion, Israel at 75, Successes and Challenges. The discussion will be Monday, May 22nd, in conjunction with the Lunch Club. It starts at noon. Come for lunch and stay for the informative program celebrating Israel's 75th birthday. Contact Susan Shank to arrange for the lunch. As mentioned in the May bulletin, we're honoring more graduates in the June bulletin. So if you think you missed your chance to honor your grad, don't hesitate to send your information and a picture to Temple Shalom by May 15th for the June bulletin. And that's like Sunday? Monday. Yeah. Get it in by Monday because we have to do the layout. Members, you should have received your membership renewal forms by email last Friday. Please review and submit your form online. If you have questions, contact Elena in the office. We're looking for some good, caring, enthused people for our education programs. If you or someone you know is interested in working with children in our preschool and or religious school, please contact Marty Marcus, our Director of Education and Engagement, as soon as you can. Like yesterday would be good? Okay, if you know of any temple members who are ill, hospitalized, or suffering from a loss, please contact the temple so we can be sure to provide encouragement and support. Thank you, Craig and Judy, who's back there filling with the cake, for sponsoring and contribute to the evening oneg. I also want to thank the graduates, and when they say they're not going to miss you, let me tell you, they're going to miss you. So come back every weekend and do your laundry.
There we go. Those batteries weren't working. We're going to end our service. If you need the words, you'll find them on page 647, but they're also in a bunch of other places in your Siddur. A little prayer for peace. For those of you who are joining us online, Shabbat Shalom to all of you and the camera over there. And for the rest of us, we'll go make Kiddush and Motzi in the back of the room. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Happy birthday, Judy, and happy graduation to all of our graduates here and not here.